Hello everyone, my name is Noah Raven and welcome to the Xander Zone. Today's episode is really interesting as this is the first time I've ever done a part 2 to a theory. So thank you all for the insane amounts of support on that video. It was insane. Thank you to everyone who commented and helped me remember some of the candidates or even give me ideas for this video. I mean, look at all of these comments. So this theory is going to continue from the last one, covering the Cislocation Springlock suit we get stuck in, and more specifically, who it could be. So if you haven't seen that video, it'll be linked in the description and in the top right of the screen. But just in case you haven't seen that video, we will first cover the candidates and why people have chosen them, then their issues, then we will narrow down who it could be. There will also be a part 3 where we take these candidates from both videos that made it to the most likely and really pick them apart. But before we get into the video, we did have a goal of 600 subs, but we hit that, so let's go for 700 subs by the end of the month. So if you could hit that like and subscribe button, that would mean so much to me. Also, comment down any theories or your thoughts or just anything and you could appear in my next video. Share this video with your friends and family as well, as every bit helps. Now without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so first, let's describe the suit quickly. Then we will get into the candidates, and then I will list them in the categories that they could fit in so this doesn't just become one big repeated message. So, first, we know that the suit was never used for its intended purpose, can barely fit a human, is a Springlock, and it's an older suit. We will also talk about the looks of what we know. Okay, so the candidates are Funtime Chica, a prototype suit like a Funtime Fredbear or Funtime Bonnie, the Security Puppet, the Jester suit from the Tales from the Pizzaplex books, a pre-Scrap Baby, Ennard, Ballora, and my personal pick for this episode, the Twisted Animatronics. So first, let's go into the looks of the suit and who could fit this role. We have Funtime Chica, Security Puppet, the Jester suit, pre-Scrap Baby, Ballora, and the Twisted Animatronics. And don't worry, I'm going to explain the Twisted Animatronics in a second. But the main reason I see these ones brought up is because they're either described to look like this suit, have been a Springlock before, or have similarities to this suit. Now let me explain the Twisted Animatronics. In the books, we know that they were animatronics that would come from the ground and look scary due to the illusion disc. However, they are described like this image on screen. Plain suits that could open like the Funtimes. So I'm not saying it could be like the Freddy one, but what if it was a Marionette or a Spring Bonnie one? It could fit very well here. Next is the intended purpose. This one is pure speculation, so the only ones that could fit this role are Funtime Chica, Ennard, Security Puppet, a prototype suit, and the Twisted Animatronics. Funtime Chica fits here in case she was never sent out or given an endoskeleton of any sort. Security Puppet, I have my own theory for. What if a Security Puppet would be a mainstay in every animatronic place made by Henry and William, and this one was never able to protect any kids? The Twisted ones, because maybe in the game universe, they were intended to be like how they were in the books, but were repurposed for the FNAF 4 room, and were the things on the cards to scare the crying child or Michael depending on your viewpoint. The prototype would be because of the fact it was a prototype and never finished to perform, could explain why we may not see a Freddy Nose or a Bonnie one in the suit. However, I do want to mention Funtime Freddy's design, it's just his nose. It doesn't have like a face inside of like a flat face, so there's an issue with that. Ennard would fit this as maybe there was a suit planned that was never finished. Now, who could barely fit a human? Well, that would be Funtime Chica, Security Puppet, Ennard, Pre-Scrap Baby, and Ballora. All these are either really skinny or smaller, but just big enough to fit a human. The only one I'm hesitant on is Pre-Scrap Baby, as Circus Baby is huge, and I don't know the size of Scrap Baby. Now, for the Springlocks, the only ones that can make sense is a Pre-Scrap Baby, Ballora, the Twisted ones, and a prototype suit. Mainly for the fact that we know that these could have been made for some reason, and maybe before William got the high-tech idea, he was making Springlocks, as that's all he learned from Henry at the time. Now that I've finished the candidates, let's get into their issues. Okay, so first I will list an issue, and if they have this issue, I'll just say their name for the same reason as explained the candidates. If there's something important, I'll call them out on it to explain more. First, I want to talk about the prototype suit. The only issue is it's similar to a suit we've never seen before, which is why it won't be a likely candidate as there's not a lot of proof for it or against it. Next, let's get into the face shape. I want to talk specifically about Ballora, Ennard, Pre-Scrap Baby, the Twisted ones, and Funtime Chica. With these candidates, either the lines don't match up with the suit, or we haven't seen this version before, and Funtime Chica has the biggest issue, as her mouth, to our knowledge, does not match this suit. As she does have the circular eyes, her mouth is more rounded at the top, and not straight like this suit. Now, for the ones that could barely fit a human, this is the Twisted ones and Scrap Baby. We know all the Twisted ones could fit a human just fine. And Scrap Baby, according to a Google search, is 7'2". So she would definitely be able to fit a human at that size. And if that isn't true, she is still pretty tall. So the only thing would be her being skinnier than Circus Baby. Now, for an old suit, the ones that don't work are the twisted ones. Yeah, that's the only one that could really have this issue, as they could have been made recently and just weren't used, or just aren't as old as the others. Now that we've explained the issues, let's get to the most likely candidates. Alright, I'm going to list the most likely candidates and explain the reason for myself choosing them. Remember, if you disagree, please let me know in the comments, and who knows, it may change my mind for the part 3. So, most likely candidates are the Twisted Ones, Funtime Chica, a security puppet, and the Jester suit from the Tales books. Yeah, this video has been a little more brutal than the last one, so if you have any questions why I eliminated someone, please do ask in the comments. But let's get into why I chose these candidates. First, let's get to the Twisted Ones. The reason for this is that their idea fits really well for the story of Sister Location, being used to go out and capture people where the Funtimes were used for in restaurant. They would fit the inside color of the suit, being a more pale or gray or white kind of color, and their stomachs and faces also open, similar to how the suit would. I personally think it would be a twisted puppet, but that's speculation with no evidence. Funtime Chica, because if she wasn't sent out, her not being used or ready yet would explain why she wasn't used for her intended purpose. The only issue is her mouth. Now, the next one, I say a security puppet, not the security puppet, because I don't think the security puppet would fit the aspect of not being used for its intended purpose, because it was used, and we know it was used at Fredbear's, so it was fully operational at some point. However, a different model one could work, as it wasn't ever active to protect kids. Maybe it was Henry's idea, but William rejected it due to the fact that the animatronics were the evil ones that the security puppet would have to protect the kids from, but Henry made some progress on it. Then, the Jester suit. We know it would be old, a possible Springlock, as it does fit an animatronic, and its face can open like this suit. So, if it was never finished, it would explain why it wasn't used for its intended purpose. Plus, with the Mimic using it early on in the story to our knowledge, maybe it wasn't meant to be worn by the Mimic, which could support this even more. Now, let's get into my final thoughts. Okay, so I'd give this theory and theory review again an 8 or 9 out of 10 for the same reasons as last episode. There's a lot of progress made in this episode, as not every candidate is perfect. They are really good fits, especially story-wise. Though, of course, this is still very hard to figure out. I mean, we don't even know what the outside of this suit looks like. So please do share your ideas in the comments below, and who knows, your idea may appear in the next video. Also, I'm just now going to get right into the outro, so yeah, let's get right into that. Okay, so before we even really get into the outro, I just want to really thank all of you. All of this is unscripted, so this is all just coming straight from my brain, and just thank you all for the insane amounts of support on the last couple of videos. I'm glad you guys like them so much, and it makes me so happy to know that you guys want to see more. And just do the same thing for this video. Tell me what you guys want to see. If there's anything you disagree with or agree with, let me know. Any ideas, anything. And it could appear in the next part of this, which odds are it's going to be the last part, unless there's just a bunch of stuff that I missed, or just a bunch of candidates that I think could fit really well. Because this next part is just going to be taking the candidates that are most likely and just really tearing them apart. I mean, if their eyes are even slightly bit off, they may be eliminated. I don't know how, strict I'm going to get on it, but I'm going to try to be as strict as possible without eliminating absolutely just everybody, because I don't think there's one perfect fit currently. So, yeah, just, again, thank you all for the insane amounts of support. I also do want to say that this next coming upload is going to be the Q&A. I got enough questions. I got a lot from just all of you, and if you still would like to leave a question or anything, please do go right on ahead. It could be anything, and it will more than likely be in the Q&A. I'll most likely respond to your comment saying that it will be answered in the Q&A. So, next video is going to be the Q&A, then it'll be part 3 to this theory, and then we're going to continue with the FNAF 1 series. And then, after that, we're just going to kind of see what theories that you guys or I can come up with, as well as just continuing the classic FNAF game series, which I don't know if I can, so I'm not promising anything, but I'm gonna try to do FNAF World. It's not on console, but I think my computer from like 2013 can run it with recording software, so we'll see. But other than that, yeah, that's all I have for this video. If you liked it, please do hit that like and subscribe button, as we do have a goal of 700 subs by the end of the month. And comment down below your theories, your thoughts, anything at all, and you could appear in my next video. Make sure to share this video with your friends and family, as every single bit helps. And yeah, that's all I have. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, stay safe, and peace out. So first, let's go into the books. Alright, I'm going to list the most likely candidates and then explain myself.